I was watching Wheels on Meals as part of my research for the next part of my Jackie Chan videos. It was during this I decided I wanted to look up the other films that he's done with Sammo Hung and Yuen Biao. I suddenly realised that this was actually one of the later films in the trio's march through Hong Kong cinema. So I decided to go back and have a watch of Winners Sinners and also Project A. And oh boy, I came to realise that Jackie's style of martial arts, action and comedy didn't just jump from Drunken Master to Wheels on Meals. There is a whole tapestry of how he got there. This brought me to a dilemma. Do I brush past his time as one of the three dragons, or do I change everything at the last minute and talk about the three dragons? What do you think I did? The three dragons were the collective name given to Jackie Chan, Sammo Hung and Yuen Biao, as the three of them worked together to change the look of Hong Kong cinema forever. And here is a brief look at how these guys got together. Ready? They met at Peking Opera School. Once they left school, each of them went their own way for a wee bit. Sammo got into directing, Jackie and Yuen went on to act more, and they did things and stuff that would mean I would have to watch an actual power of old Gung Fu films. In the 70s, I swear, each of them were releasing at least 2 films a year, and I love old Gung Fu films, but that's asking a lot, so moving on. Once the lads finally started working together and got given the name the Three Dragons, who were basically the three stooges of the martial art films, with their unique style of slapstick that harkened back to the wonderful world of Buster Keaton and Charlie Chaplin. Their unique charm of making you laugh and some of the best choreographed fights in Hong Kong cinema, they were going to take Hong Kong by storm, and it all started a bit smaller with Winners and Sinners is directed by Sammo, and it's a straight up comedy film that honestly doesn't really have Jackie or Yuen in it, but it is one of the first of the three of them together. Jackie and Yuen feel almost like cameos actually. Oh, before I forget, this film is about 5 criminals who get let out of prison, and through a series of unfortunate events, they end up caught up with a plot about counterfeit money and the mob. But the story and how good this film is actually irrelevant. It's actually really dated, and it didn't help that I went in expecting way more action. And now back to, well, me. What this film has is early elements of Jackie's contemporary style of action martial arts. Did I just get that right first time? Thank you. Thank you. We have a really mad car chase of Jackie chasing guys on rollerblades. Yep, you heard me right, but what we see here is just some early stunt work that would go on to be a huge part of his career. I mean look, he just rollerbladed under a goddamn truck. What a mad lad. We need to talk about the brief fighting in this, because man, they sure did come and go. We have this almost nudge nudge wink wink of Yuen and Jackie meeting up and having a bit of a bust up. I want to point out something at what makes this different from old Gung Fu films by starting with the similarities. The similarities with what's the same. It has all the timing of Peking Opera, which is good because it makes the fights look good, and that's what we want. But what sets us apart is the goddamn speed of it all. Just actually notice how fast they're moving. You get to see this pace and the multi-people fighting when Jackie and Sam will take on a few goons in the mall. But sadly, we didn't get enough of these moments, as this was a comedy film with some martial art elements. The first big film the three of them worked on together, and arguably the first outing starring the three of them, was Project A, directed by Jackie. Again, plot and story happens, but I don't care about them, damn it. I am here for the fights, and they better have them. My soul is soothed. Okay, I shall tell you what Project A is about. Sailors fighting pirates. Where Winners and Sinners had wee flashes of action and fights, this is very much an action film. We get strange chase scenes with Jackie on a bike. This chase is such a showreel of early creativity of Jackie and his slapstick chops. This fight ends with the stunts that only a madman would do. Oh right, this is a Jackie Chan film, so he will do it. Awesome. This drop is shown twice. You know, the usual Hong Kong way of showing how badass a stunt is, but if you look closely, they're actually 2 different shots. He actually did this twice, you mad crazy person. We get treated to some beautiful fights. This brawl with Jackie and Yuen is grand because we get a look at their slapstick style of martial arts that would become Jackie's absolute gold standard in later years. This also highlights something that bothers me with a lot of Western action films. As you can see, they're getting hurt. Aye, they're making it funny, but they don't feel invincible. Where out here in the West, the protagonist can take bullets to the face and just walk it off. I think this vulnerability has always made Jackie way more endearing to us, as this humanises his character. Saving the best for last, as this is up here as one of my top 5 Jackie films. Saying that, I wonder what my top 5 Jackie films would actually be. Armour of God 2, Legends of Drunken Master, Police Story, Wheels on Meals, and gets tricky now with the last one. Oh wait, I'm getting distracted. Wheels on Meals is directed by Samuel, and like Project A, it stars Jackie, Samuel and Yun as the three try and save the daughter of a count who died, and the count's brother is trying to kill the count's daughter. And the plotline is never the strong point in these films. On to the stunts. We get treated to an absolute banger of a car chase that really just endangers the lives of everyone involved. And yeah, I don't want people to get hurt or die, but my god, this makes the risk feel pretty bloody real. This is when you get to see a bit of the philosophy that cars are characters more than just cars, as each of them flip, spin, and move in ways that set them apart from your average vehicle. They move in a way that's almost like a dance, rather than cars trying to kill each other. Can cars kill each other? Is that even a thing? I feel this is the film that the parkour elements of Jackie really came out. They were brief, but they were memorable. Look how he climbs this wall, for God's sakes. I actually love it so much I could cry. Just beautifully done. We also get small moments of parkour throughout the film of they're just jumping over wee bits and pieces, or done for funnies. I want to point out something. This stunt looks honestly the sorest fall I have ever seen. It just plummets. The reason Wheels on Meals is so highly regarded is it brought all the elements together with the comedy, the stunts and the fighting. But the reason you should watch it is not for how it's the start of the Jackie Chan martial art comedy style, or the stunts, or even seeing Jackie and Yun fight multiple opponents. It's for one fight, and that fight I would say is probably one of the best on-screen fights in cinema, the Jackie and Benny fight. This fight is one of my favourite fights ever, and don't worry your wee head, I'm going to tell you why. This fight has so much weight and story to it. We have two skilled fighters throwing bloody bombs at each other, and I do mean bombs. Jackie and Benny decided to go at it and actually hit each other during this because they wanted it to feel real. Now that is commitment. We also get some outstanding fight choreography and executed to perfection. I mean, look at this wee jump. Just look at it. How do you even? I just love the storytelling of it all and how Jackie is acting the whole way through. You get to see him get pushed to the brink, about to lose, and the realization that if he just relaxes, he might just win. And this is what makes a fight. It had emotions outside of, oh, I'm angry because I'm losing, I must win. It's a bit of change of perspective. And I adore this fight and this movie. This was a pivotal moment in Jackie's career. We get to see the transition from old gung fu films to now more action martial art movies. It was a time where he was given a lot more control over his films, and it shows because Jackie's a perfectionist, and he even says it himself. Anybody can do what he does.
When you see it in 2 minutes or 1 second, if oh Jackie good, it's not good. You can do it. Except, do you have the patience or not? Calm again, okay, one more time until you finish.
And that's what makes Jackie actually so good. It's not how good he is at fighting or stunts, it's his commitment to getting it right, whether that takes 2 takes or 200 takes. In the next part, we're going to look at Jackie from Police Story onwards, from Hong Kong cinema icon to world global superstar. Thanks so much for tuning in. We'll catch you in the next one. Oh yeah, if you liked the video, drop us a like. You could subscribe to learn more about Jackie and other stuff that I want to talk about. That would be cool. Maybe share it with your pals. Thank you. Cheerio, bye.